Right here, we're going to start beginning breeding strategy. If you want this document, just go to the link in the description, and if you want any more specifics, just Control F on the document. Sparks others and blues are nice, but not necessary in the beginning, so we're only focused on blue sparks here. When talking about umas used for breedings, we call them X-star umas, where X is the total number of stars on all of their blue sparks. A 3-star speed uma has a 3-star blue speed spark, and both of her parents also has 3-star blue speed sparks. As long as you play through the game and raise umas, you'll eventually end up with one that has a 2-star blue spark for one of these stats. Raise umas with that uma, the parent, along with her guest, 3-star base uma. By base, I mean the sparks on the uma herself, disregarding her parents. When umas raised this way hit 2-star sparks, you'll attain 7-star umas, which will be quite capable parents. If you hit a 3-star spark while trading this way, you'll obtain an 8-star uma. You can then use her and guess 3-star base, and any 2-star will become an 8-star uma, and hitting a 3-star uma will get you the 9-star uma. When doing runs, only use own 2-star base parent and guess 3-star base parent. If that uma hits a 2-star base sparks, then you'll have a 7-star, 7-star total, which is 45 stats. Repeat until you hit a 3-star base spark. Now you have 8-star total uma, 84 stats. When doing runs, use the uma with a 3-star base and then guess 3-star base parent and a 2-star base sparks now result in 8 umas. Repeat until you hit a 3-star base spark, and now you have a 9-star total uma, which is 63 stats. When doing runs, use the uma with a 3-star base and a guess 3-star base parent or your other 3-star base uma. Repeat until you hit a 3-star base spark, and now you have a second 9-star total uma. You can downrate umas with 18-star total inheritance without using guests. Continue using guests to produce more 9-star umas with different distributions. You don't have to train umas specifically for inheritance purposes. These steps will happen as you play normally. Training umas you want to use for your PvP teams. Loop breeding isn't necessary and does increase your chance of getting good factors at any way. Advanced breeding strategy. For digital breeding, I recommend the digital breeding to this man, like all of this, but like this is a short version we're giving here. Parrots are made and used to save skill points through hit level and providing hints when the scenario and your cards cannot. And once you reach endgame, you may also want to breed an uma for specific purposes. Maybe you want an uma that can raise others to their aim, maybe one that can give Harura a double circle, and maybe you want to inherit a special skill. Making an uma like this takes a long time, but once you hit your limits, there is not much else to do. Intentionally made parrots are generally better due to race affinity, since higher affinity will increase the chance of inheriting factors overall. There is an incentive to win as many races as possible during the parent making process. While normally trained uma with good factors is certainly usable as a parent, affinity will vary uma to uma, but race affinity bonus will always exist. Race affinity bonus is if you do the same race as the parent, you get bonus affinity from stats and stuff, I'm pretty sure. The base process is to rent an uma with ideal representative factors to repeatedly raise a certain uma until she gets the factors you want. Then use her and the guest legacy to raise another uma repeatedly until she also gets the factors you want. You can be as greedy as you want with representative factors, since the grandparents will be brought out. The ideal min-max option would give you access to more races by raising distance/surface aptitudes. You do not need to raise aptitudes all the way to A for you to win races during training for most cases, unless you want a chance for those factors. You can set your sights very high, but the higher you aim, the more attempts it will take to succeed. Durant 9 isn't that hard, but Durant 9 with strong uniques and the 9-star blue factor, then the 5+ star scenario factors will take a long time. In general, it's probably better to sacrifice blue stars for more scenario factors and better pinks, if you want to save time. To get a 3-star blue, it's a 1% chance per 600 stat, but 2-star blues are more like 50%. You then have to multiply those by pink ratio. The room has 5A aptitudes, and you're okay with 3 of them, and 3 out of 5, and multiply again by the chance of URA and so on. The other thing you can do is train an intermediary uma with acceptable but not great factors. For example, if you want a 6-star sprint current, you can train a 2-star sprint current and use her to train Takai until Takai gets 3-star sprint, and you get an 8-star sprint inheritance you can use while you try to get the 9-star sprint current. Let's use myself an example here. Say, I want to make an Uma that has a good pair for Majora Dober. Majora Dober is a late surger, so I want to use Uma with good late surger uniques and ones that have good affinity with her. Tokatio and Siboli Rudolph and Oguri Cap are all very strong inherited uniques for our late surgers. So those are the ones I'll choose. The Oguri Cap has the highest affinity, so she'll be the base parent. Next step is planting the pinks. Dober runs mainly in mild and medium turf races, so the pinks should be mild or medium in turf. To get a pink, they need an A in the aptitude, and Siboli Rudolph has C mile, Teal has a E mile, and those will need to be raised in order to enable the mild pink. Oguri and Teal both have long B, since pinks are chosen randomly for being A aptitudes. Keeping those at B will increase the chance of getting something desirable. If possible, there shouldn't be any long factors in the family tree. Similarly to Oguri's B or Rudolph's frontrunner B, we also want whites that could be useful. Late surger skills, medium skills, and mild skills can be taken from Aishin Flash, Actes Tachyon, and so on to possibly inherit them down as hints. And that can be Aishin Flash, Narita Bryan, Actes Tachyon, Majora Dobert, Ake Helios, or Winning Ticket. And then another strong speed card to make the runs easier. It's Kidda-sun. It's always Kidda-sun. Through the power of guest legacies, we only need to raise 2 of the Umbas. Also, yeah, the reliant on guest legacies. That's kind of just like expecting you to have a friend that has all the proper Umbas for everything. I feel like that's the whole point. You use your friend with the proper Uma and stuff, and you make your own Umbas in order to, help out the Uma economy. You gotta prevent the Uma economy from crashing. Through the power of guest legacies, we only need to raise. I read this one. And the process as follow: optional, raise a Guri Cap with someone and the borrowed Siboli Rudolph that has 3-star Stamina, 3-star Haru, and 3-star medium representative factors. Optional, repeat until Guri gets a good 2+ star blue and a 2+ star pink. Raise Tokatio and with that Guri and the borrowed Siboli Rudolph that has 3-star Stamina, 3-star Haru, and 3-star medium representative factors. Repeat until receive a Tokatio with 3-star Stamina/power/wit. A mild pink/medium/turf factor, and some amount of Haru. This is now a usable parent. Raise the Guri Cap with that tail and the borrowed Siboli Rudolph that has 3-star Stamina, 3-star Haru, and 3-star medium or mild FCL received mild representative factors. Repeat until receiving a Guri Cap with a 3-star Stamina, power, wit, and pink mild medium turf factor, preferably matching some amount of Haru. This is now our good parent. Now we keep that. We keep alternating in order to get more cohesive pinks or more Haru, or move on to another project. As you may be able to imagine, this sort of thing will take dozens of runs to achieve. You can sell with 2-star blues if other factors are good to improve them later. Yeah, long-term planning. Also, this is for the meta. You gotta plan long-term. You gotta build it up from the foundations. Parents to try making distance-specific parents. These are the most useful since raising a distance aptitude to S gives the greatest benefit compared to surface and style. Use your own Uma that has a 2 or 3-star pink distance, and borrow Uma with a 3-star of the same distance. Train until you receive 2+ star pink of the same distance and within an acceptable blue or other factors. Use this for each distance to get a 7+ star Uma for each distance. If the base Uma ends up with a 2-star pink, it will be 25 to 30% chance of inheriting S with it. Or if it has a 3-star pink, there's 30 to 35 to 40% chance. Dirt parent, this is useful for fixing aptitude for Umas you might want to use in dirt. Getting an S in distance is better than an S in surface, so we want the dirt factors on the grandparents and the mild factor on the parents. So the parent factors are more likely to trigger. Use your own Uma has a 2 to 3-star dirt pink and borrow someone with 3-star dirt. Treat until you receive an Uma with 3-star mile. Getting a dirt pink is also fine and will allow you to use more mile elsewhere. The chance of getting an S mile will be 20%, and the chance of getting S dirt will be 15 to 20%. With 2 pairs like this, you can raise any Uma with an E dirt aptitude up to A with a chance of S. Enclosure pairs, useful for when enclosure are good, i.e. where bird star is very near or on the straight. Most of the cards that give straightaway spur are bad or difficult to use, so it's ideal to inherit. You want Cheerleader King Halo for her unique acceleration on sprint and through mile tracks, and generic strong final leg speed uniques or healer/grass / Sakura Laru, whatever, for long. Use SSR power Amazon and which gives encroaching shadow. Also try to have parents and grandparents with a factor. Is any of this in global anytime soon? I don't remember. Frontrunner parent as above, you can use turf pinks to make a general parent, or make multiple with different distances. Ideally, this should be Cyan Sky, Alcondra Pasta, or Cadescent Black. The white spark you're looking for is Groundworks. This is an annoying skill to get for many Umas and is often gained through inheritance. It also requires 3 green skills to activate, so any white sparks for green skills are a big plus. Another useful white spark is the tail held high. This is a strong mid-lag skill to help you keep the lead and also annoying to get from cards. And the 6-star style parents, these are mainly for Uma that have a D or lower aptitude in styles and are favored depending on the track. Keep the style of pinks on the ground parents and aim for distance pinks on the parent itself.